Hello everyone, I'm Omar, owner of AC Power and Comfort. Just wanted to share my thoughts here to potential clients and current clients, to property managers, facility engineers, maintenance, uh, maintenance facilities, um about certain steps that they can take for their building on pretty much uh, controlling the spread of any type of virus or bacteria that's in the air. I'm not a coronavirus specialist. I just want to share my thoughts again and what I think. Again, the COVID-19, they say it can be spread through droplets. It's one of the elements of, one of the ways that it can spread. I don't care if you're 4 feet, 5 feet. A droplet is a droplet. They say that this droplet is, let's put it like this. If a bacteria had eyes, and we can't see a bacteria, but if a bacteria had eyes, a bacteria itself would not be able to see this virus. So that tells me that this virus is, of course, it's small and it's light, and any type of air movement, it can move around. Uh, However, it needs a host, and we are the host. So pretty much, in order to control that, we can actually uh, take these steps into minimizing this spread, or what is called sick building syndrome in your building. First of all, again, this is for property managers, commercial buildings, homeowners too, building owners, etc. Again, there's steps that you can take. When I say sick building syndrome, is that you don't have adequate airflow moving throughout the building space with outside air. Normally, when a building is done or commissioned, a test and balance report is implemented. And normally that's a requirement by the state when actually you how do you say, are commissioning a building, and of course, inspectors want to see the test and balance report, making sure that that was done. So you have to bring a percentage of outside air, and that is a code requirement as well. So with that being said, we're in Florida, and I've been in this field long enough that I have seen that motorized dampers have been pretty much neglected, and that they are not operating, and that I have to physically open up these dampers to a certain percent to actually give the building a percentage of outside air. Uh, these are one of the steps that you should take, making sure that you have adequate airflow from outside coming into your building, meaning making sure that you have a motorized damper that's fully functional and operating. If it is not, and you have a facility maintenance or mechanic that's capable of adjusting it or overriding it for the time being, then by all means make it happen. If you do not, then that's when you call an HVAC contractor, and we'll be more than glad to rectify the issue. If you don't have a motorized damper, aka economizer, and you just have a panel that you have two screws that you have 5/16 screws that you have to loosen up in order to drop the panel, bring it up or down, open it up, crack that panel open a little. Let's bring in some outside air into your building. One of the things that what I'm implementing here is just the recirculation of fresh air into the space, so that your building is not compromised. Also, that helps with eliminating odors in your building as well. I understand that we're out here in South Florida right now, and South Florida is very humid. And if you're bringing in humid air, I totally understand. But at the moment, if you don't have like an Aeon unit or a hot deck that's for reheat that controls humidity. Let's just, at this very moment, all I'm trying to say is just to help. All I'm doing is just giving advice in regards to bringing in a percentage of outside air into your building. It doesn't have to be permanent, but it would be something that you might want to fix in the future once this virus passes, etc. If again, you can have it open at nighttime, and if it's starting to feel a little humid in the space, then let's just go ahead and close it back up. But then in the next day, towards the night, open it back up or something. Something that right now would have to be, I would say, routinely done to avoid, again, sick building syndrome. Filter changing, very important. If you're using fiberglass filters at this moment, my recommendation would be to remove them and put pleated filters, as well as maybe a 3M filter if it's at Home Depot, because Home Depot sells these 3M filters. They're pretty good. Change them out every 2 weeks, every month. For hospitals and schools, I know it should be monthly. Hospitals and schools and churches, they should be making sure that they have a percentage of outside air, making sure motorized dampers are opening up, etc. Free cooling as well, that's implemented, meaning that your compressors are not operating, that because of the outside air temperature being low, that the economizer damper is opening and bringing in some outside air. So that's just one of the steps. Again, motorized damper to be checked. If you don't have one, manually open it. If you don't have, if your motorized damper is broken and you don't have somebody to fix it, call an HVAC contractor. We'll be more than glad again to rectify the issue. Then sanitizing of the evaporator coil. Sanitizing of the evaporator coil is very important, because sanitizing, if you don't sanitize the evaporator coil, it does hold bacteria, and you can also spread contaminants in the air if you're not properly maintaining your condenser coil, your evaporator coil on a routine basis. Placing gel tablets. Placing gel tablets in your pan is key. Making sure that again we're trying to eliminate bacteria growth or anything that could enhance this COVID-19 spreading through the air system in your space. Again, not sure, but I'm just giving precautionary measures that we should all start implementing right now if this is a course changer. So with that being said, moving forward, there are self-rinsing chemicals that we use as a contractor when we do sanitizing of the evaporator coils that homeowners or property managers cannot reach. If you're not looking to have a contractor to do this, then my thoughts would be to either go to your local store, shopping store, and they do have what is called the vinegar with lemon, vinegar with lavender. Get yourself a spray bottle. Home Depot sells them, and spray your coils with that routinely. Spray them. Vinegar is known to be killing viruses like the flu. I'm not certain about the coronavirus, but however, again, the coronavirus needs a host. So if you're using vinegar, if it's capable of killing the flu, I'm pretty certain that it's capable of killing the coronavirus. Those again, my thoughts. Again, I'm not a virus specialist, but if it's able to kill the flu, it probably could be capable of killing the coronavirus. Let's see, UV lights. Making sure that you have UV lights in your supply and return air system. Again, UV lights distorts the growth of any type of, bacteria. I can tell you one thing. Looking at, not looking, but I have, and this was quite some time ago. Just sharing my something that happened. I didn't know that because I was looking this way and I was not looking at the UV light directly, and I had some safety glasses, but they were not tinted. My actual eye on this side, the retina was actually pretty much I had like what was called sunburn in my eye. So what I'm trying to say is, if that's capable of just at that, from that, and I was pretty much at a distance away from that UV light, and that happened to me, I'm just trying to say this could actually have some good effects on, you know, distorting or killing any type of virus or bacteria that are in the air. Those are the things that you should look into as a property manager, facility maintenance engineer. Implement these practices at this moment. One thing I highly recommend not doing is using bleach. Okay, that's a harsh chemical. Also, it leaves a harsh odor, and like Clorox, bleach. Don't pour that stuff into your drain lines. Don't spray that stuff on your filters. I was hearing things that, is it okay to spray bleach on my filter? No, don't do that. Don't spray bleach on your coil either. Use it is just as effective. Vinegar with lemon, vinegar with lavender, or if you have a contractor, then they actually have these self-rinsing, biodegradable coil cleaners that are just eco-friendly. So with what I'm trying to say, bleach, liquid bleach, don't use that. If you're using it, I mean, just use that with your floor or something, but do not use that as a form of sanitizing your coil, thinking that it does kill viruses and bacteria, but you're also harming yourself when you inhale that through the duct system. It's just not, don't do it. So with that being said, the steps again, I'm just going to reiterate. Motorized damper, making sure that your building's getting an adequate airflow of outside air. If the dampers are not operating, the motorized dampers are not operating, change them out, manually open them. If you don't have motorized dampers and you have a panel, open it up. Sanitizing of the evaporator coil. Contractor uses a biodegradable, eco-friendly sanitizer, self-rinsing coil cleaner. If you don't have a contractor or do not wish to spend any money at this time because of budget constraints, you can use lemon with vinegar and lemon with lavender, and they have them at stores on the shelves. Use that, get a pump and spray the coils. Do this periodically until we actually have this coronavirus, until everything goes back to a normal state. UV lights, again, have your UV lights checked out. If they're not working, get them inspected and changed. I would recommend one in the return, one in the supply. The other thing, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, filters, make sure that you're using 3M or pleated filters at this moment. Again, 3M or pleated filters, they actually filter the air much better than your actual standard throwaway fiberglass filters. So just again, these are steps to take when you actually in your commercial building to actually help the integrity and not compromise your building's health. So with that being said, I'm Omar, owner of AC Power and Comfort. You can visit my website, acpowercomfort.com. Again, that's acpowercomfort.com. I also do have this blog that's on LinkedIn. It will be on, what would it be? On Google. I think it will be on Google. I just have to verify. Anyways, this will be on LinkedIn. You can read it, give you some ideas in regards to what you can do to practice good building hygiene. So again, Omar with AC Power and Comfort. Be sure to wash your hands. Stay safe. Bye.